Healthy for life.
We're at halftime of the Division I girls game. A very entertaining game so far between the Kaiserslautern Lady Raiders and the Wiesbaden Lady Warriors. Wiesbaden hold on to a 5-point lead at the half. And I believe we've got an interview with our sideline reporter, Victoria Sechrist. Victoria?
I'm speaking with Coach Campbell of the Lady Warriors. Now, Coach, you guys are off to a great start, but it's been pretty close. What do you need to do to keep in the lead?
There's lots of energy in the building. We need to get back and make them play 5-on-5 against us. We're playing excellent defense when it's 5 against 5. We need to cut down on the turnovers and make them play a good offense against our defense. They've only got 13 points. If we continue with that in the second half, we'll be in good shape.
And now, how do you feel the girls did during the first half?
Excellent. The emotions were high. There's some nerves, and they played their way out of that quickly.
Well, good luck to you, Coach, and thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot to Victoria as we're seeing shots of the crowd. A bunch of the high school boys there from K-Town getting into it, doing some synchronized dance moves. Yeah. What would you call that, Luke? I'm not familiar with the dance moves. What is that?
I don't know. Are they like churning the butter and then clap? I don't know. Is that the
I'm not entirely
Medina these kids
I don't know. It's very entertaining, though. It's been a great crowd here at the Fitness Center in Wiesbaden. We're broadcasting live, as we have been all day, on AFN's The Pentagon channel. Also streaming these games at our website, afneurope.net. We've got the email, doddsbb2013@gmail.com if you'd like to connect with us through the course of the game. And we've got a couple new ones in at the moment.
If I don't have a chance to get to all of your emails, I do apologize. I'm getting quite a few. We've had quite a few come in just at halftime. Looks like Brian Stokes says, shout out to Maggie, Felicia, Sierra, Lauren, Megan, and Dominique. Get the win so I can brag a little when I move to Texas. Looks like that's a shout out for the Kaiserslautern Lady Raiders.
And as we're going over the emails, it's somebody's birthday in the crowd. About half the arena singing happy birthday. Oh, a gentleman a couple rows in front of us, that's who it was.
You know, there's another birthday on our AFN staff. Matter of fact, our technical director for this game, Staff Sergeant Lance Branham, turning, I don't know how old today. He probably wouldn't be happy if I told. But happy birthday.
No, I don't
Sergeant
think he
Branham.
would.
Right.
We'll take him out for cake and ice cream after the games today.
Second half action just about to get underway.
This, of course, a rematch of the 2010 finals. And these two teams met twice this season, just within this month. On February the 1st, Wiesbaden, they won 38-34. K-Town taking the rematch on February the 12th, 42-37. And I don't know if you can say that either team had a harder road to get to this championship game, but if I had to call it that, I'd say Wiesbaden. They only squeaked by with a 2-point win over Lakenheath yesterday. K-Town, they beat Patch by 11.
Yeah, but that was not an easy win for Kaiserslautern because they were down early in that game and had to punch and crawl and scratch their way back to the top.
Yes, I know. Unfortunately, I had to take off. You were able to stick around and watch that game yesterday. It's been a great day of high school athletics here so far. Of course, we start off with the cheerleading championships at 9 o'clock. The basketball got started about noon. We're in game 5 out of 6 for the day. Division I boys still come. Ooh, almost at friendly rim, almost.
You know, we heard Coach Campbell just before halftime got over here, said that they've only got 13 points, and that's a good thing. He also said to us before the game that the lower scoring game it is, the more advantage he thinks he has for his Lady Warriors.
If you're wondering who's who, Lady Raiders out of Cape Town, they're in the red and white. Wiesbaden, the Lady Warriors, they're the royal blue and yellow. And we've been talking about this through the game. It's kind of a weird situation. We're in Wiesbaden, but Wiesbaden being designated as the away team for this game.
It's number 43, sophomore Sierra Martin for the Lady Warriors on the line right now. And as I said before, she's multi-talented. She plays both guard and forward, so can't connect on her second attempt.
Yeah, you mentioned, Luke, playing those multiple positions. Going back to the very first game today, Bamberg, Dominique Lamons, she was kind of running that point forward at times throughout the game. So not unusual, even at a high school level, that we're seeing players here play those multiple positions.
Breaking the action.
Wiesbaden inching that lead up by 1. We got a 6-point advantage over K-Town at the moment. We're just underway in this third quarter.
Be interested to see if number 10 down there, Gonzalez, can heat up again in this second half. She really had the steals going in the first half, and that's what led to the early lead for the Lady Raiders out of Kaiserslautern.
Yeah, Grace only stands 5'2", so she's really able to get in there low and really create some problems if you're not being careful with your dribble.
Looks like we have another email just came in. Carla Flores Lopez says, shout out to number 10 on the K-Town Lady Raiders, Grace Gonzalez from Puerto Rico. Go K-Town.
And right on cue, she's diving to the floor for a loose ball. Right on cue.
Thank you, Carla, for your email.
And I noticed you did get the R's right there. You did roll the R.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
If you'd like to get a hold of me via email, it's doddsbb2013@gmail.com. We'll be checking that periodically throughout our broadcast here in Wiesbaden.
Alana there on that rebound almost lifted up her pivot foot, but was able to regain herself and advance the ball there. K-Town taking the ball out of bounds under the basket here. Down by 6 to Wiesbaden. Wiesbaden with that 19-13 lead.
This is on the long side that time. Looks like we've got some fresh legs in there for the Lady Warriors.
Alana, great defensive read, cut off that cross-court pass. And she's the one who's going to be inbounding the ball here. We see Maggie Mosley, number 42 for Wiesbaden, checking into the game.
Right back into Gonzalez.
Yeah.
It was almost a sky hook. You remember sky hooks?
I do.
They used to do sky
Kareem
hooks.
Abdul-Jabbar. And of course, you had the baby sky hook with Magic Johnson.
Naturally. Got the offense called. Looks like Lauren Berry, a senior, had her feet planted. She's out of Orlando, Florida, and gets the offensive foul called on Kaiserslautern.
Well, I'll tell you what, Luke, a little bit of a side note here. I don't know if I'm the only one getting hungry, but we're having people keep walking by with those pulled pork sandwiches again from the snack bar here.
Man. If anybody here in the fitness center would like to
send us over a sandwich.
That'd be great. AFNers get hungry too.
No, in all seriousness, quick shout out to our friends with the commissary in USL. They did a great job of being generous enough to provide us, our entire crew, with food today.
Some snacks. It was nice to have.
Grace using that quickness to get in the lane just off on the shot attempt there, and the ball rolls off, and you see Maggie Mosley bringing it up the floor for Wiesbaden.
Okay. Megan Smith, 5'11" forward, hits it from about 25 feet, I'd say.
Wiesbaden pumping that lead up to 21-13. We've got a timeout on the floor. And those of you that are fans of Florida State football, good portion of the crowd now doing the chop. Well, I guess that also applies if you're an Atlanta Braves fan as well.
That's true.
I'm getting my teams right?
They are the Warriors, and they do have the hatchet on their uniforms, and so that works. Nifty work by the cheerleaders. Like you said, the cheerleaders have been here competing since 9 o'clock this morning, so good on them for still being able to walk.
I'm pretty sure I've seen a good portion of them that were in the outfits, changing to sweats, and then back into the outfits later here today.
If you're just joining our broadcast, we are live in Wiesbaden, Germany on Kaiserslautern at the Fitness Center for the 2013 DoDDS European High School Basketball Championships. Right now, we are just about halfway through the third quarter of this Division I girls game. Between your Wiesbaden Lady Warriors in the blue and gold and the Kaiserslautern Lady Raiders in the white and red.
That was Johanna Quinn at number 24. She was the one wrestling for the ball underneath there. And they're looking for Johanna.
Nice block. Looks like that was Kristen Vaslaveg.
Looks like K-Town going into a 2-1-2 zone here.
Puts it up from downtown, but nothing doing.
That was Aspen Wolf just a little bit short on the last jumper. And I want to pinpoint number 10, Grace Gonzalez there. Luke, she's really been running around, kind of hunched over just a second ago, catching her breath. Fatigue maybe sent in for her. She's had a couple opportunities with her small size and speed to get in the lane. K-Town just unfortunately unable to come up with a couple baskets on the last couple possessions.
Double dribble called on Megan Smith, it looks like. She's a senior out of Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
Wiesbaden holding on to that 8-point lead, 21-13. We're just over 3 minutes to go in this third quarter here. Division I girls action between Wiesbaden and Kaiserslautern.
Got another email that just came in here from Daniel. He says, Warrior Pride. I still see them all as freshmen, and now they are seniors and are chasing championship dreams. L. Berry, D. Baldwin, M. Smith, and company. Good luck to the Lady Warriors. Time to make history, Warrior Pride. Looks like that's from Daniel Weber, who is a Wiesbaden High School alumni. Thank you, Daniel, for your email. If you'd like to get a hold of me and be a part of our broadcast, hit me up at doddsbb2013@gmail.com. I'll get to as many of them as I can, but like I said, there's a lot of them pouring in right now.
And we've got Lauren Berry down on the floor right now. She's holding, looked like her left knee a second ago. Yeah, it looks like she twisted an ankle. She's being helped to the bench.
Safety always first in events like this. We do have medical personnel on hand just in case anything serious happens. Hopefully she's going to be able to ice that down and she'll be all right.
Kind of grimacing a little as she goes back to bench. Not sure she's going to be able to make it back in. Best thing you can do at this point, sit down and just put some ice on. And
Rice.
Exactly. Hopefully we'll see her back in the game. Not sure at this point, though. Now the whistle, stoppage in play, 2:33 left in this third quarter. Wiesbaden still at that 8-point lead. Score hasn't changed for a little bit. Wiesbaden hanging on 21-13.
Just long on the three. I think that's the second time she's actually been long on her three-point attempt.
She has.
There, that is Tronda Dunlop.
Grace with another steal. Those quick hands. If I'm keeping track of it correctly, I think that's steal number 4 for her.
Really on top of that ball. She just, it's like she makes eye contact with the ball, and then just when you're not even thinking about it, she swats it away from you, and down the court she goes. Like the Flash.
There's Alana. Had an opportunity to hear from her mom in the first half. That was a nice thing. Getting her dad currently deployed. And am I remembering correctly? He did. They sent an email that he was watching. We did get confirmation of that.
That's correct. Looks like possession on that one's going to go back to the Lady Warriors.
Almost an over and back there. Rebecca Russell.
Off the glass. That's Megan Smith for the Lady Warriors, putting it in for another 2. Puts Wiesbaden on top, 23-13. Just over a minute to go in this third quarter of play.
We have a timeout. Wiesbaden up 23-13 over K-Town. Game 5 out of 6 today in the DoDDS Europe 2013 High School Basketball Championships. Russell Tuff, Lucas Hoskins, and Victoria Sechrist bringing you the action of this Division I girls game. Coming to you live from the Fitness Center in Wiesbaden, Germany. And
if you can't catch us on the Pentagon channel, you can we're also streaming it live on the internet at our website, afneurope.net.
These two teams meeting for the third time this month. We've been talking about this all game here. Again, quite comfortable with each other on February the 1st, February the 12th, and now today. Those two earlier games, a 4-point victory for Wiesbaden on February the 1st. K-Town won by 5 on February the 12th. So just 9 points combined for the two victories.
This one getting a little more lopsided though. 10-point lead right now for the Lady Warriors.
Yeah, and just before that timeout, I was getting ready to say, if you notice, K-Town, they've been running that same play the last couple of possessions where you've got Alana Dickerson running the point on the top of the key, throwing the pass, and then running it down to the block on the right side. And then you see them trying to get the ball down low to Aspen.
Fast hands of Gonzalez on display again as she bats the ball out of bounds on a pass.
And we just saw Felicia Fablis on the offensive rebound there just a second ago.
We have one more email that just came in. Looks like Legsley Hudson. Shout out to my Lady Raiders. So proud to have had the opportunity to call you guys my teammates. I love you. Bring home that banner. Cheering you on all the way from San Antonio, baby. Thank you, Legsley, for your contribution to our broadcast this evening.
Okay, and I'm getting word that it looks like our great sideline reporter, Victoria, she's managed to snag a couple people, and we'll go to her in just a moment after these last couple seconds of the clock runs out here on this third quarter.
Looks like that one's not going to count.
Wiesbaden still that 10-point lead, 23-13. Victoria, take it away. What do you have for us?
And just stay here until they tell us it's clear, okay?
All right.
I'm courtside with Michaela, Megan, and Jose. Now, first of all, I just have to say I love the face paint. And now, how does it feel to have this as a home game?
Well, I mean, it's my last year in Wiesbaden, and it feels pretty good that my girls, like our girls, are in the championship, and it makes me feel proud of where I've lived, and it's great to have Europeans here.
Definitely. And now, as a senior, how are the girls doing so far?
I think the girls are doing really good. They have met my expectations, and I am right now very proud of them and what they have been doing so far.
Definitely. Well, good luck to your team. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Victoria. We're getting ready to start this final period of play today, and if Wiesbaden keeps it up, they're going to be hoisting that championship trophy in front of a hometown crowd.
Second time in 3 years. Again, like I said, this is a rematch of the 2010 finals where Wiesbaden took home gold that day as well.
Yeah, and these two schools, two of the larger schools that we have in DoDDS Europe. Wiesbaden about 500 people. K-Town have almost about 800 people enrolled.
That's a pretty decent sized high school. Batted away.
Looks like Rebecca was thinking about taking the three there just a second ago and passed it off.
Rhonda Dunlap with the block out of bounds for the K-Town Lady Raiders.
See Maggie Mosley there just a second ago, number 42, calling for it.
Another email just came in from D. Looks like shout out to number 10 in reference to Grace Gonzalez. Keep those steals coming, Grace. Once a Bison, always a Bison. So thank you, D, for your email. If you'd like to get a hold of us during our broadcast, email to doddsbb2013@gmail.com. I'll get to as many of them as I can as time permits during our broadcast.
We got a timeout. We're about 50 seconds into the action here in this fourth quarter. Wiesbaden up 23-15.
Wiesbaden's cheerleaders really doing their thing to pump up this crowd here during the timeout. Keep the energy flowing in their direction.
This game coming to you on AFN's The Pentagon channel. We're also streaming at our website, afneurope.net. AFN, where we're celebrating 70 years of broadcasting. Russell Tiff, Lucas Hoskins, bringing you the action in this third and final girls basketball game. Of course, we still have D1 boys coming up here.
Able to sink that free throw. Puts it up from three. Oh, just a bit outside.
K-Town chipping into the deficit just a little bit as we start this fourth. And it looks like that they had Rhonda Dunlap. Looks like they were calling her for steps there.
Megan Smith dishing it off down to Lauren Berry.
You know, look, this game starting to get that feel that we had during the Division III game, the first game we brought to you today, where it seemed like Brussels had that sizable lead the whole game, whittled down to just a couple points, and it came down to the last minute or so before they were able to squeak out the victory. Starting to get the feel on this game.
Yeah, it's like Kaiserslautern came out really fast, got that little lead early. It's been pretty much all Lady Warriors from Wiesbaden since then, but now Kaiserslautern creeping back into this thing, cutting into that lead, down to just 6 now. And, you know, that's really a 2-possession game.
K-Town trying to come back on this one, get revenge for that one loss they had on their season, which came to Wiesbaden. 23-17 right now. We're just under 6 minutes left in the game. Got Denisha Canton at the line here.
Canton, a 5'5" sophomore out of Fayetteville, North Carolina.
And it looks like we have a foul on the rebound. We're going to change positions, and now we've got Johanna Quinn at the line.
Quinn, a junior this year, 5'10", and she is from Warner Robins, Georgia. Excuse me.
We've got number 22, Rebecca Russell. You see her checking in the game here for Wiesbaden. We've got Caitlin Velsvag switching over to that inside position. And Lana able to wrestle the rebound away from 2 girls from Wiesbaden there.
Puts it in for 2.
Wiesbaden, their lead cut to 5 here. Martha Bonilla. I didn't think she got it, but it looks like that they did give possession to K-Town there. Fans from K-Town trying to help their team get back into this one.
Wowza! That was sweet like sugar.
And Taronda, nothing but net for that 3 from the left side of the basket.
Nailed it.
And just like that, folks, we've got a tie ball game.
We sure do.
23-23. We've got 5 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Just came off an overtime game. Could be looking at another one here. Both these teams just want this so bad. They're not going to quit clawing and fighting until the final buzzer sounds. Got another email here from Christian Meter, looks like. I'd like to give a shout out to Joanna Quinn from K-Town. If I wasn't at school, I'd definitely be there cheering you on. Love you, from your brother, Christian. So
I think this is a good excuse to play hooky.
Right.
Watching these games, you don't have to go to class.
No. Your sister's playing basketball. Get on out here. I give you permission.
I never went to class. That's why I'm doing this instead of, a doctor or something.
Do you hear that, kids? Go to school or you'll end up like Russell.
Yeah, don't end up like me. I probably shouldn't have said that. My wife's a teacher. Gonna yell at me for delivering the wrong message to the kids. We're back to the action here. Tie ball game, 23-23. 5 minutes left in this game.
Kaiserslautern really picking it up in this fourth quarter. Looks like that call's going to go against Rebecca Russell of the Lady Warriors.
Haven't really seen a change in any of the coaching philosophies on either side between the first half and this half. The difference, K-Town, they're making the shots right now.
They sure are. Everything's sinking.
At this break in the action, we'll remind you yet again, if you're not able to catch these games on the Pentagon channel, you can watch live by going to our website. It's afneurope.net. And Luke, he's been manning the iPad, checking the emails all game. It's doddsbb2013@gmail.com if you want to get a hold of us.
Got another one just came in, looks like from Ellen Young. Go Warriors, and a big shout out to number 21, Dominique Baldwin from your Aunt Ellen in Vermont. So thanks, Aunt Ellen. We do appreciate your email.
Crowd was quiet for a good portion of that second and third quarter. They're really starting to get back into it now. We've got a tie ball game.
Might not be tied for long. That is
Alana.
Taronda Dunlap.
Excuse me, yes, Taronda Dunlap.
And she does. So Kaiserslautern taking the lead, 24-23. That's the first lead they've had since, I believe, the first quarter.
Yes, it is. First lead since very early on.
Looks like Caitlin Velsvag going to be heading to the line for the Lady Warriors.
Neither of these teams, for their recent success, neither of these teams in the championship game last year, it actually went to Heidelberg with a 1-point victory over Ramstein, 32-31.
If I'm not mistaken, Heidelberg swept last year, boys and girls Division I.
That they did. And much like the 2010 game, we're now back to Wiesbaden and K-Town. Wiesbaden trying to tie it back up with his free throw here.
Nice rebound. Can't make anything of it, though.
There's almost had. I was going to say we've called Megan's name quite a few times today for her rebounding and defense. Gets the friendly roll there.
And one. Look out. Kaiserslautern is heating up.
We just had the email giving a shout out to Johanna, and she's on the free throw line here trying to finish the and one.
Aunt Ellen wants you to make this.
And she almost grabbed her own rebound there. Grace, quick hands again, another deflection.
That girl is everywhere. I've seen her dive onto the floor for that ball more than I think any other basketball player. She is determined to get to it.
Approaching 4 minutes left in this game. What once was a sizable lead for Wiesbaden has now turned into a back and forth contest. K-Town at the moment with a 2-point lead.
Like we have another email came in. Pamela McAfee says the live stream link was posted on the Warrior Facebook page. Warrior grads from many years all over the world are listening. Warrior for life. Let's go Warriors. That's Pamela McAfee from Wichita Falls, Texas. Thanks, Pamela, for your email, and thank you for sharing that link on the wall so as many people as possible have access to our
There's Grace
broadcast.
Gonzalez on the floor again, actually taking a nosedive almost into our silent reporter Victoria Secrets down there.
She's tough. She can take it.
Lauren Berry, great mid-range jump shot right there. And we're tied again, 26-26. Loose ball and possession is going to go back to Wiesbaden here. And there's Elena, quick hands on the inbound.
Going to be out of bounds, though. Couldn't quite get that pass off before her feet slid out of bounds.
We're getting down to crunch time here on this Division I girls game. Russell Tuff, Lucas Hoskins bring you the action from Wiesbaden, Germany.
So we're going to go back to the free throw line. It's going to be Joanna Quinn again. Quinn, just a junior this year, out of Warner Robins, Georgia. See if she can make good on her first attempt here. Again, if you're just joining our broadcast, we are live in Wiesbaden, Germany at Kaiserslautern at the Fitness Center for the 2013 DoDDS European Basketball Championships, right in the middle of the fourth quarter during our Division I girls game between the Lady Warriors of Wiesbaden and the Lady Raiders of Kaiserslautern. All tied up at 26 right now, just over 3 minutes to go in this fourth and final quarter of play.
These two teams, they've already met twice this month. They split the games, and the combined total margin of victory, just 9 points. So no surprise that we've got a tie game here with 3 minutes left.
It's also important to note that on both of those meetings, the respective hometown team won that meeting. So will that play to Wiesbaden's advantage here, even though they're the away team?
Yeah, I was going to say, interesting situation. Wiesbaden playing the role of the away team here.
Oh! Again, Gonzalez.
And then it was also Megan Smith, number 12 from Wiesbaden, get down on the floor.
I think it was J-Lo that said if you go hard, you've got to get on the floor. Am I thinking right?
Not exactly my genre of music.
Got it.
Sorry, Luke, not quite knowledgeable on that, on J-Lo.
Gonzalez to the free throw line. Another email just came in here. Karima Wood says, pick it up K-Town. Let's get some boards and play tough. Persevere. Who are those kids from K-Town? Go Raiders, go Raiders, go. Looks like she's writing from Muncie, Indiana, Ball State University.
My alma mater.
There you go.
I'm a Ball State grad.
There you go. Thanks, Karima, for your email. If you want to get a hold of us, it's DoDDS2013@gmail.com. I'll get to as many of them as I can, but I am only one man.
Three attempt just off the rim there. K-Town, Wiesbaden, we're all tied up, 26. Approaching 2 minutes left in this game.
It's looking vaguely reminiscent of the last game between App North and
really
Naples.
It really is.
Down to the last minute and actually went to overtime. Of course, App North pulling it out in overtime with a 4-point victory to claim the boys Division II title this year.
And I gotta tell you, if you don't think that these games matter, I saw one of the players on the AF North team pretty much collapse at that final buzzer.
Tears of joy. Well, you remember when you were in high school? These are really, really important games. I mean, these are competitors out there, and they want to win.
And it's a different situation when you're talking about the kids of the military parents, you know, constantly moving around in the schools here. It's not a traditional, you know, you're going to be at this set high school for 4 years.
Another steal for the Lady Raiders. Can hold on to it. You get a reach-in foul there.
You know, just to piggyback on that, we've been mentioning Grace Gonzalez, her name all night, for her defensive steals. The first 2 years, she was playing high school ball, part of Mannheim.
School that's no longer there as of, what, 2 years ago?
Base is closed.
2 years ago that school went away, I believe.
And actually, we got her quoted. We were talking to her about this game. She said, it's going to be intense. Those were her words.
Intense it is. 1 point lead right now for the Kaiserslautern Lady Raiders. See if they can extend that to 2.
Been a back and fourth quarter. K-Town coming back from that deficit in the third. We've seen several lead changes here in this fourth quarter. Megan Smith looking for somebody.
Just short on the 3-point attempt.
90 seconds left in this game. Again, no shot clock in high school basketball. You can take your time, set your offense. And we've got a timeout.
Kaiserslautern calling that timeout. Want to regroup, think about things a little bit. Maybe change it up to surprise the Warriors a little bit because they are so familiar with each other. Holding on to a 2-point lead, 28-26 in favor of Kaiserslautern at the moment. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go in this fourth and final quarter of play, unless we go to overtime.
And I just want to take the opportunity, Luke, in case the game doesn't go to overtime here, I just want to take the opportunity to say it's been a great job by our entire AFN crew working tirelessly through these last couple of days.
And a crew it is. There is a lot of us here. It takes a lot of people to put together a production like this. You know, we've got the easy jobs up here. People doing all the hard work are down on the floor and out on the truck. And the engineers for making everything work the way it's supposed to work, because this is not exactly a plug-and-play system
no,
we're
it's
working
not.
on.
And I would have felt bad real quick if I hadn't made that mention, so I just wanted to get that in. We're under a minute here. K-Town up by 2, 28-26. Wiesbaden really putting the pressure on. There's the steal.
Gonzalez.
They were looking for Lauren Berry, who, if you remember, she twisted her ankle earlier, and we were questioning whether she was going to be back in. Well, question answered.
She must have riced it.
We've got a timeout, 39.1 seconds left in this game. K-Town up by 2, 28-26. We've been stuck in that score for the last minute or so.
You can hear the cheers in the background. K-Town. There's a lot of red. This crowd is bleeding. A lot of red out in the stands tonight.
Yeah, K-Town only about an hour's drive away from where we're at in Wiesbaden right now.
Straight down Autobahn 63.
Of course, coming up after our game, we got one more game to bring you here on AFN's Pentagon channel. Division I boys matchup. Make sure to stick around for that one.
It's going to be the Patch Panthers from Stuttgart, Germany, and the Ramstein Patriots, which right over next to Kaiserslautern.
All right, so here we go. This last half a minute of action, this tight game here. And Megan Smith found herself
can't make it go.
Found herself wide open there. One of those situations where you're too wide open. You need someone guarding you to make the shot.
23.1 seconds left. Kaiserslautern still holding on to a 2-point lead. 28-26 right now. Wiesbaden with possession right under their basket.
We've got a whistle. Down to 17.5 seconds. Still a 2-point game for K-Town. Wiesbaden, see what they can do with the charity stripe here.
Like that was Alana Dickerson on the foul from K-Town.
Off on the first one there.
Watch how they crash these boards. They really need to get this ball back with only 17 seconds left.
Let's see who they're going to award possession to. It looks like they ended up actually calling a foul. K-Town with a chance to pad this 2-point lead with 12 seconds left. This game's still very much in doubt.
Oh yeah. Do want to thank you, the viewer, for watching our broadcast this evening and all day, as a matter of fact. Without you, we wouldn't have a job, and so thank you for tuning in to AFN and helping us celebrate 70 years worth of broadcasting. With that extra point, extends their lead to 3. It's now 29. Should be 29-26 in favor of Kaiserslautern.
Well, Luke, I think we got time to get in one last more email. What do you have for us?
All right, let me see here. Looks like Barb says, shout out to the Mosley sisters. She is a former Warrior herself and proud grandparents in
Hagerstown, Maryland.
So thank you, Barb, for your email. If you want to get a hold of us, not much time left in this game, but they will be having the Division I game between Patch and Ramstein coming up in just a little bit. You can get a hold of them at doddsbb2013@gmail.com.
We're going to try to get winning coach with Victoria's Secrets as soon as this game is over. Stand by for that one. And if Martha's able to hit this free throw, that should pretty much seal the victory for K-Town.
They would need
with only 12 seconds left.
They would need a three-pointer with a foul.
A little bit of luck.
And a little bit of luck. But it's magic in here. Anything can happen.
There's a shot. And she nailed it. Nothing but net.
Letting the ball roll as to not waste time.
We're under 10 seconds. Wiesbaden's got to hurry. We got a whistle. Are they going to give her 3 shots?
They gave her the call. I don't know if I saw contact there, but
Maggie Mosley. She's going to the line here.
You're down by 4. You've got 3 shots at the line. What's your strategy here?
You just got to hope for make the free throws, and you got to hope for that instantaneous steal on the inbounds.
Would you ever want to make the first 2, biff the second one, hope for a rebound tip? Or is that too much of a risk?
That's too much of a risk. Most coaches will tell you to go for the steal on the inbound. Just make the free throw, go for the steal.
Got it.
K-Town nursing that lead, 5 seconds away. Wiesbaden at the foul line. Here's the ever-important inbounds. They get it in. We got a whistle here. Let's see what's happening. Timeout. We got a timeout.
4.1 seconds to go. Looks like the Kaiserslautern Lady Raiders are up 30-28 right now with just 4 seconds to go in this 4th and final quarter of play. Unless, of course, Wiesbaden can get the ball back. We may have an overtime game. We'll see.
Another hotly contested game here in Wiesbaden. We've had close games not only today, this entire week. we've seen so many close games. There was the game we were watching yesterday. I think it was the Ansbach game, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
All right, well, if K-Town can successfully inbound the ball here and just manage to run off this 4.1 seconds, they're going to be hosting the trophy here.
Man, and we've seen some real excitement and real emotion out of these kids when they win these games. And as well as the people that come out on the short end, some emotion there as well.
All right, here we go.
We get the foul, 1.9 seconds left. They did get the foul.
Wiesbaden just hoping for some misses here on that ever important rebound.
Yep.
Toronto off on that first one. Still some life for Wiesbaden, but time is against them.
It's like Wiesbaden's got number 12, Megan Smith, in there for the rebound, their tallest player at 5'11".
And that's it, K-Town, our champions, a 2-point victory.
That was a nice comeback. They were down by 10 at one point, came back, pulled out the win by 2 points. Final score, 30-28. Your Lady Raiders of Kaiserslautern, 2013 DoDDS Division I Girls
And
High
we see
School
Coach
Basketball
Sullivan
Champs.
right there celebrating with his team.
Great show of sportsmanship here. Everybody shaking hands.
Well, they split the two earlier meetings this month. Matchup number 3, the all-important championship game. That goes to K-Town. They sweep out with a 2-point victory. Nice, as you said, a very nice comeback here in the second half.
Really was. Congratulations. And really great game put up by the Warriors as well, though. They came out on the short end this time, but they really gave it their all.
Almost. Back-to-back overtime games here in this 2013 DoDDS Era Tournament of Champions.
You're watching AFN. We're serving America's best. We are celebrating also 70 years of broadcasting. Thank you for tuning in this evening.
All right, and it looks like Victoria's with Coach Sullivan. Let's go down to Victoria.
I'm courtside with Coach Sullivan. Now, at the start of the second half, you were down. How did you bring it back up?
My girls refuse to quit, and that's the best part about them. They're awesome.
How proud are you of your girls right now?
Very proud. They earned it all year. Great girls. Couldn't be happier for them. Awesome.
And how does it feel to be the Division I champions?
I feel great for them. They did all the work. It's all them. I'm real proud of them.
Congratulations, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Victoria. Well, that's going to do it for myself and Luke. Luke, been really fun.
It has.
Yep.
Been a pleasure, Russell. I'd like to thank all the viewers as well as the cast and crew here at our presentation of the DoDDS European Tournament of Champions High School Basketball Championships live in Wiesbaden, Germany.
Stay tuned for Division I boys. We're going to get to that game in about 10 minutes.
We'll be back in just a little bit. You're watching AFN, celebrating 70 years of broadcasting, and we are serving America's best.